Hello, gorgeous party people. I hope you're having the most amazing day. It has been a hot minute since me and Mother have done a live. Mom and I have not done a live in a long time.
Wow.
We have been busy serving our clients in all the different ways. Lots of wonderful successes, but we have not made the time to come on live. So I thought, what is it? Black Friday weekend, Thanksgiving, Dad's birthday. So many things are going on. We wanted to come on and do a little, like as we always do in good faith of like giving you guys some knowledge, some wisdom, putting on a little mini master class to help you further yourself towards your goals, to help you make your holiday times the best. Because let's be honest, although a phone is nice, a new bag is nice, a lot of other things are nice.
Oh, a new bag is really nice.
But the gift of having your desire, I think, is a little bit nicer. It's a little bit nicer, I think.
It's a good Christmas gift.
It's a good Christmas gift. Mm-hmm. Too often right now, people are prioritizing things, which is fine. I love things. But I think the gift that would make everyone the most happy is having their desires this holiday season. That would make people very happy. Very, very happy. So we're going to try to give a little bit of wisdom and knowledge and insight so that you can take, some steps closer. And if you like what we do, what we teach, you like us, the link is in my bio for private coaching. But if you message me directly, I have a special private discount happening for Black Friday weekend. And so you have the ability to get and lock in a private discounted amount. So we were just talking about clients and all the fun things, and I want to just dive straight in. So a lot of people around the holiday times are struggling for money, right? They're in a little bit of lack. They're feeling the pinch of money. And it's so funny that despite people feeling the pinch of money, millions of dollars are being circulated right now. Tens of millions, hundreds of millions, however many millions, I don't know, don't quote me, but like a lot of money is being circulated right now. And it's funny because when we have a need for more money and a desire to make it happen no matter what, because we want to give something to our kids, our parents, our loved ones, ourselves, we will money into our reality. But notice how we don't will it past a certain point. We don't will it past a certain point. If only we had that universally across the board. And so I want to talk about the two main factors that determine the amount of money you're making at any given point in time: business owner, career-driven person, or otherwise. As well as I want to talk about how money making is rarely about money. And it's a lot of times about like 72 other different things, not an actual quoted number, but I'm just being dramatic how I normally am. And so a lot of times, where do you want to begin? Do we want to start with the two, or do we want to start with the other things that determine money?
I want to start with the other things that determine money.
Perfect. Well, I'm going to give an example, and then, we can kind of dive into it. And who you're hearing in the background is my mother. For any of you guys who are hopping on, she is also a coach within my business. And we like to help as many people as possible live the most fulfilled, happy, joyous, abundant lives as possible. We have some private clients that have also joined us. So in the chat, if you guys want to share about your experience to help motivate and inspire others, feel free. If not, not a problem at all. We're going to just dive in.
Is that there?
She's not, but I know my girl is.
Oh, how nice.
So yeah.
All
right. I'm going to talk a little bit about money. Money making is rarely about money. And I have some notes here on my little whiteboard, and I will pull it up at one point in time, but that's what I'm looking down towards. So money making is rarely about money. It's actually about a lot of other different things. Too often, okay, you want to start?
Yeah. And I'm just in my brain before it like.
Yeah, go ahead.
So I want to talk about other people determining how much money you make.
Right.
Okay, that's just one thing I want to touch on.
Yeah. So when we try to manifest in money, when we try to align ourselves to the identity of the person who's already quantum leaped their income, whether that's in your business, you've quantum leaped to 50K months, 80K months, 100K months, 400K months, it literally doesn't matter. This process works the same every single time. If you want more money, you have to bridge the identity gap between who you are now making the money you are now, your current thoughts, beliefs, assumptions, expectations, focus, emotional set point, all the fun things, and the version of you that you would be with it. Right? And so this is a very important thing that I think too many people are not aware of, that a lot of times when we want to make more money, there's a lot of different multifaceted angles that go into making more money. There's your self-concept. There's how you see yourself. Do you identify in the world as a person that is successful, as a person that is confident, as a person that is abundant, as a person that money comes to them, money flocks to them, that they not only have enough for their basics, but that they're someone where overflow is the standard. Overflow is the normal. Overflow is just who they are. Money finds them, opportunities find them, jobs find them, clients find them. So there's how you see yourself and identify in the world. This is actually a huge one, because too often we want more money, but we don't see ourselves high enough to make that more money. We see ourselves as not good enough. We see ourselves as not successful. And here's the crazy part. I have people that I work with that make multiple six figures a month in their business, and they still cry and feel like they're not good enough. They still cry and feel like they're not further along. They still cry and feel like other people are ahead of them, that they need to make more in order to be lovable, good enough, chosen, wanted, special. All these things. And this kind of blew my mind when I was going through it in the formative stages of my business, because in the formative stages of my business, I was struggling with a lot of low self-concept. But I had a really good skill within teaching this. So it's almost like within teaching it, I also gained the confidence to up my self-concept. So self-concept is one pillar of how we make money. Another pillar of how we make money is, what do we believe about other people? So pillar number one was like, what do we believe about ourselves? How do we identify and show up in the world? Pillar number two is, what do we believe about other people? Do we believe that people present us opportunities, that people want to pay us, that people adore paying us, that people seek us out to pay us, that people see us as the solution to their situation? How do we see people as it relates back to us? Because sometimes we can have negative concepts of people. Sometimes, Dad's here. Hi, Dad. Sometimes we can be in a situation where, how do I say what I want to say? We think that people can't afford us. And guess what that aligns us to? A reality where everyone says they can't afford us. I had a period of time in my business where I call it like everybody advertising their money traumas to me. So I'll show you how this works. We talked about self-concept, and we're talking about the concept of people. So I'm going to show you something. I don't think it's going to show you right ways. It's going to show you backwards, but I want to write it anyway. So we talked about self-concept and the concept of people. So if I have a high self-concept, I know I'm amazing within my business, but I don't think, or I don't expect people to buy. What does that equal? What does that equal?
No one's buying.
No one's buying. So I know you can't read it because it's backwards, but I said, I know I'm amazing, plus I don't expect people to buy, equals a reality where everyone tells me I'm amazing. Everyone tells me, Persis, I know you can help me with my situation. I just can't pay you. I just can't afford you. I just can't pay you. I just don't have the money. And I would think to myself, why is everyone and their mother advertising their money trauma towards me? And then I didn't realize the part that I was playing within other people. What you assume about other people drastically impacts how other people show up for you. If I believe that people are going to reject me and I'm preparing for rejection before anything even happens, who's had that? Who? I'm an owl. I'm an owl now. Who? I'm so excited. Has anybody had that situation where it's like before anything has even happened, you're already kind of playing out the scenario of rejection? When you presume rejection before anything even has happened yet, you're going to align yourself with rejection. And then there may be instances where, despite you aligning yourself with rejection, maybe you see something different, right? But your dominant experience, we're talking about dominant patterns, dominant experience is that of rejection. So I was struggling for a long time. I was like, maybe it's my message, maybe it's my strategy, maybe it's this, maybe it's that. The truth of the matter is, pardon me, it was what I expected about other people. What you expect within your business is what you will get. Too often, though, we expect things to go how they have always gone.
Yes.
As human beings, we are not designed to be in a situation where we naturally expect outside of the normal. It's like this. There's this, I call it the familiarity zone. I know you can't read my writing, it's backwards, but I called it the familiarity zone. And it's like whatever is familiar is what your brain will continue to expect, continue to presume, continue to anticipate, continue to believe, right? So if 20K months is familiar, it's gonna take effort and time to put yourself into a different situation. Go ahead.
It's gonna take you getting that identity of, okay, I make 50K months.
Yep.
But 50K months isn't familiar, or it doesn't feel safe to choose 50K months because it's scary.
Right.
I only know 20K months.
Yep.
With the repetition of the self-concept work, you will get to 50K months, but it isn't gonna happen instantly.
Yeah. You expect things to go how they've always gone. So you've got to prime your mind, body, identity, nervous system with something new until that becomes more familiar than your lived experience. Too often we're in a scenario where we're almost like being news reporters. That's what I call it. It's like you're going out there and you're reporting the facts of your universe, of your reality, whatever word you want to put on it. And it's like, oh, well, people buy from me like this, but not like this. Men come in, but they never pursue me. I'm going to the gym, but it's always hard to lose weight. You're a walking contradiction. You have something positive here, but then you have something negative that cancels it out. I can know I'm amazing, but not expect people to buy from me. That's it. What is it going to give me? It's going to give me exactly that. It's your, how do you say it? It's like the summation of your positive assumptions and the summation of your negative assumptions equals your lived experience. So I can believe certain good things, but I don't need to focus on improving the good things. I need to focus on improving the things that is contradicting the thing that I want from happening. So if I believe I'm a catch, if I know I'm amazing, but I don't expect men to commit to me, what am I getting?
They are not going to commit.
I'm not going to be able to go ahead despite knowing I'm amazing. And that's why there's so many people in today's day and age that know they're amazing. They don't struggle with that. They don't have a problem with self-love. They know they are the shit. Pardon my French. They know they're amazing, but they just don't expect men or women to commit. You cannot get beyond what your negative assumptions, identity characteristics, identity leaks, whatever you want, fancy word you want to put on it, beyond that. You can't. You can't. You can take effort until the cows come home, and a lot of you have. A lot of you are trying to outwork an energy problem, an identity problem, an assumption problem, a belief problem. Once again, whatever fancy word, it's all the same thing said differently. It's all the same thing said different. I can believe that, I'm successful, but then I can also believe that I'm not good enough. And what's going to happen is I'm going to attract people, places, and situations that prove that back to me. The funny thing about it is there's an infinite amount of ways for reality to show me that I'm not good enough. Absolutely. It can have me over hustle just to under earn. It can have people come to me and tell me that I'm amazing, but tell me that they can't afford me. We attract what we are. Absolutely. Absolutely, Queen I Am. 100%. And I love that username. I love it. I love it so much. We are magnets.
Absolutely.
We are literally magnets. That is how it works. And so I wanted to talk about some of the things that, when it comes to making money, we think that it's about money. It can be about money. A lot of times we have negative programming around money, seeing mom and dad struggle, being in a situation where there's just enough to get by. However, what's actually really funny, the conversations that I'm having with some of my private clients right now, is I had a woman come to me in the real estate business doing 20K months. She hired me to glow up her business as well as work on other things within friendships and relationships. We focused on business for 1 month. Her business shot up from 20K, thank you, Queen I Am, to 205K. The next month, cash. not sales, cash. The next month, $250,000. So she made close to $500,000 in 60 days from 20K months being her plateau. With 20K months being her plateau, she made $500,000 about in the next 60 days. This is the power of your identity. This is the power of what you identify with your familiarity zone, with what you expect. And here's the thing that other people are not going to tell you, but I'm going to tell you. We did not even really touch her money beliefs. All this money that came in, we actually traced it back to a subconscious blockage she had from childhood, where more money equaled her being a bad person because her parents had that more poverty mindset of needing to sacrifice, needing to struggle, needing to give and overgive. So once she exceeded the level of success her parents had attained in their life, her parents actually started to tear her down.
I remember you telling me that.
Imagine a parent, thank you so much. Imagine a parent tearing down their child for succeeding rather than celebrating them. That was my client's reality. That was her reality. Instead of being celebrated, she was actually always compared to her other sister who wasn't far along in life, but who shared the poverty mindset of it's good to suffer and it's good to sacrifice and it's good to give more and more beyond your means to your family because that's what constitutes a good mother. It's better to not prioritize financial abundance because that's what makes you good. So her parents actually demoralized her for making more money. Imagine. Once we shifted this, so this had nothing to really do with money.
Isn't it funny how we just work on self-concept and how many things just shift?
It's crazy
I know.
the amount of money that came to her when she shifted her parental woundings.
Remember I told you, and I don't want you to get off
I love
thought,
Brit.
but my girl, I think it was 2 years ago, how she was doing weight loss. Remember she had tried for 10 years?
Yes.
And then she manifested, and that time we only had, our queen package was a month long, remember?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
2,000 a month. She manifested 5 things in a month, just on self-concept. And we were just working on her losing weight.
It's wild how you identify in the world. Are you identifying as the person who gets to have it all? Or are you identifying as the person that needs to struggle and suffer and put in enough work and sweat equity to get it?
I feel that's what my one girl's not problem, but how she's still struggling with, the one who starts with S.
Yeah.
How she got some sales.
Yeah.
And then we ended, and now she's, struggling a little bit with sales, you know?
Absolutely. When your identity is not locked into who you're being, you'll always snap back to the old reality. That's what's actually really profound as well. That's a really great teaching point, is too often people are teaching a surface level kind of manifestation, but what we do is we want to deep dive into the depths of where the Titanic is at. We want to
the bottom of the ocean.
Go very, very deep. And what we'll find is that your ability to be chosen in love, I'm just going to use another love example. Your ability to be chosen in love is actually being blocked by the fact that your dad walked out on your mom. And
dad wasn't there.
Or dad wasn't there. And so now you're interested in and choosing and running after and attracting emotionally or physically unavailable men because it mimics the type of love that you saw within your dad and your mom, right? Too often we're in a situation where we want more money, we want more sales, we want more business, we want more career growth, we want a raise, we want this, we want that, but we're actually tracing it back to a point in time where I had another client of mine who's a florist. And what we learned was that her ability to make money was completely tied to the fact that her worth was in her ability to make money. So for her, she's like, I need to make money to have worth. As a human being, period. I need to make money to have worth. And this stemmed from the fact that in her situation, her mother
I remember this.
Told her that she won like the award for the top florist in the United States. And she's from overseas. She immigrated to the United States and she entered into this florist competition and she placed, I believe, top 3 or top 5. And she showed this award. I was about to say presentation, this award to her mother. And her mom goes, well, if you're so good, why weren't you number 1?
Man.
What is wrong with people? Who hurt these people?
My goodness.
Who hurt these people? We're working with people who have been so wounded by the people around them that it's actually energetically blocking them from making more. I had another woman that we both worked with, S, who got married in the castle. And as soon as she started to attract the love of her life, that she would just look at something and he would immediately buy it and give it to her. She would just look at a bracelet and it would already be on her wrist. He treated her
like a queen.
Forget a queen, an empress, a goddess, like something that you worship.
My gosh.
And guess what? It rubbed up against her mom and dad's not pleasant relationship because her mom realized where she wasn't being loved like this. And so she started to get bitter. Bitter. And
I don't remember that.
Yeah, and she started to lash out at our client. She started to demoralize her, demoralize the future son-in-law. They still got married. They just gave birth to their son not too long ago.
I'm so happy for her.
I'm a godmother. What to do? What to do?
She's so
just
sweet.
saving the world. But no, it's crazy, right? It's crazy. Too often we think that these things are unrelated. Oh, like I'm not thinking about my childhood trauma. I'm not thinking about that person that left me. I'm not thinking about this. I'm not thinking about that. A lot of times I realize people have no clue what their ability to receive X, Y, or Z is tied to. What we do that I think is really cool and really different is we're actually going to trace it back to its origin source. Because you can do surface level affirmations. You can robotic affirm until the cows come home. But a lot of times, if it works for you, that's great. That's wonderful. Like, I'm not trying to knock it. But the people that come to us are the people that have tried the surface level stuff, and the surface level stuff isn't getting them anything. If anything, it's making them feel more anxious and more defective. Thank you so much, Trinity. That's so kind of you. I really love that. And so what we want to do is we want to actually trace it to the origin source. So like I said before, some people are operating like, I'm going to do some visualizations, I'm going to do some meditations, and they're operating at the surface level. We want to dive deep, like going to fish for the Titanic, and we want to see what everything traces back to, because that's what allows a shift at a cellular level.
But in reality, it all comes from some type of childhood trauma.
Yeah.
And this is what
some
we
type
see.
of bad experience within relationships, a friend, being cruel to you, like something happened, some event happened that shaped your perspective of yourself, of reality, of people, programming around your inability to safely receive more without having to earn it and work and slog and fight and tooth and nail, blood, sweat, and tears type of situation. Things are always tied back to an origin event.
Yes.
My ability to not feel, like worthy and deserving of receiving money tied back to something. Her ability to receive money was tied back to trying to make her parents proud of her. And until she made her parents proud, she wasn't going to allow herself to receive more money. We didn't make her parents proud of her. We dissolved her need to make her parents proud. We gave her a self-concept that was completely independent of their validation. And we also primed her identity to change her familiarity zone to, instead of earning 20K months, earning 200K months. And now at this present point in time, she earns anywhere from 100,000 to 300,000 monthly, because this is who she is now. This is what a lot of mainstream surface level manifestation isn't hitting. We want to get it to where the results last. It's who you are. I'm just the person that attracts soulmate love.
Yes.
I'm just the person that attracts $200,000 months. That's some people's annual salary. That's like a surgeon level salary. When it becomes who you are, you don't have to do techniques anymore. You don't have to do techniques. Your techniques are there to change your familiarity zone. Your techniques are there to step into a new identity. Your techniques are there to begin to shift your point of familiarity to something different, to prime your brain differently. Okay? We want to be able to change who you are at your being, how you present in the world. Because guess what happens? Who has done maybe some affirmations, right? They've done some affirmations, visualization, self-talk, and they did it in a very surface level manner. And I'll tell you what I mean by that. They did it in a manner where they were doing it to get an outcome. They were doing it to get, doing it to get, doing it to get. The problem with doing to get, and there's nothing wrong with wanting things, is you become codependent on the getting. Means that I can believe I'm enough when I get this. I can believe it's working when movement is happening towards me. I can show up and be the person when things are working out for me. But I can't do those things if this isn't moving. If I'm not receiving, if I'm not seeing external proof, now I'm codependently tied to this. I can only believe if this is moving towards me. I can only trust if something is happening in my reality. I can only believe or be in the identity when things are working out for me, but I don't know it when things aren't working out or shit is hitting the fan. And your ability to get what you want consistently is to break the codependent tie. To break the codependency. I'll give you another example. Too often people are like, you need to change your assumptions to change your reality. What does changing your assumption mean? I'm going to tell you. What is an assumption even? In my definition book, it is the sky is blue, the grass is green. Now, what does that mean? I know the sky is blue even when it's 9 a.m. in the morning and the skies are clear and it's a beautiful blue and everything is showing me in my external reality that it is blue. I also know it is blue when I am in the UK and the sky is gray and it's stormy and it's rainy and it's cloudy. I don't then go and question, well, shit, was the sky ever blue to begin with? Why is it gray here? I know the sky is blue even when it is midnight and it is pitch black outside. I know it under all circumstances. I know it in all situations, no matter what. I know it means I know it means I know it. I know the grass is green in the middle of summer when it's green, and I know it when it's the middle of winter and it's toaster brown. I don't then go, maybe this grass was never green this whole time. I can't trust that the grass is green. I can't trust that the sky is blue. An assumption is an assumption that you know no matter what. If someone comes up into Daphne's face or Roberto's face and says, your name isn't Daphne, it's Milan. Daphne's going to be like, what the hell are you on? I know my name. Someone could come up into Milan's face and say, your name's not Milan, it's Lucky. Milan's like, looking at this person like they have 4 heads. I know my name. You know your name even if someone is telling you it's not your name. You know the grass is green even if it's not showing that it's green right now. Even though it's not showing that it's green. I feel like I'm just on one right now.
Analogy, girl. One for the books.
This is the difference. This is the difference between the coaching that hits here and the coaching that dives into the deep blue sea.
We can't, how do I say this? You always say it like so much better. I mean, like, I know until I get my desire, like, being attached to it, we have to know it's true and not be, unless I get it, then I know, I'm worth it. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Yeah, we can't be attached.
We cannot have a codependency where I know it only when this thing is moving. I know it only when I'm seeing progress. I know it only when I'm getting results. You will create a codependent tie where the results may come in with you doing to get, but they will be gone the next month as soon as you stop your techniques because you didn't actually change who you were being at like a cellular soul level. I'm not trying to get super deep and like spiritual and hippy dippy woo woo, but like I want you to understand the reason that the results go back to the old results is because you were just doing to get and there was a codependency. That's why some people have to affirm forever. That's why some people start to slip within their results when things aren't moving, right? Because at the end of the day, they're so attached to this thing. I want you to get your thing and not have so much anxiety and not have so much codependency. I want this to be who you are now, damn it. I want this to be your baseline results because you just exist and breathe in this world. There's a difference between someone affirming for a 20K month and getting it through the technique, and then as soon as she stops, it goes back into 10K months, which were her old familiar. And there's a difference between being in a situation where maybe she uses techniques, right, to amp up her familiarity zone, but this becomes who she is. Or he, it doesn't really matter. He, she, it, doesn't matter. Type of situation. Does that make sense? We're talking about all the above. Manifestation, identity shifting, subconscious reprogramming, where it is who I am. There's a difference between I made 20K months and 20K months are my floor. There's a difference between I made a 50K month and 50K months are the bare minimum. Everything is up from here. There's a difference between I made a 100K month and I make anywhere from $100,000 to $300,000 monthly. This is just who I am.
That's your identity.
When it becomes who you are, you get to create this really lovely positive feedback loop with the universe where it's constantly feeding you more results because you're able to identify with it. You're able to shift the parts of you that are going against it so that it can happen by tracing that root origin. That is something we do in our private coaching. Oh, hi, Caesar. It's so nice to see you after a long time. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Sorry, I get distracted. I have the attention span of a butterfly right now. What did I say?
That's so nice you shared that.
Yeah, very nice. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And there was a third point. I don't remember it. It's okay. It's all teaching the same. We've been on here for a fat minute.
Wow, we always do that.
We were trying to be on here as a quick little situation, but it's turned into something much longer. I do have a YouTube, Milan. Every social media platform that I'm on is linked in my bio, as well as options for my membership and private coaching. Like I said, my private coaching as well as the membership is on a private sale discount. So message me personally for the private discounted rates that are happening through this weekend. We don't do sales. We do them once a year, and that's usually for our birthday or Black Friday. Other than that, we don't really do sales of any kind. And that's just because when people come in and go from 20K to 200K in a month, when people come in and go from 20K to 40K in a month, when people come in and go from 20K to 50K in a month, we are charging like a fraction of that. And so
what they receive.
We're charging like this much to what they receive. And so we are going to hold the line. We know the value of our coaching. We know the value of our expertise. And we know how nobody else is really doing it the way that we're doing it. And how when you come in, we're going to prime you to get results that last, not results that are gone with the wind. We have a very educated background that's allowing us to facilitate results over and over and over again. You can go onto my Instagram. In my highlights, I have a lot of results saved. You can click through them If it's your vibe, if it's something where you want to give yourself the gift for this holiday season of not necessarily material things, but getting closer to your desires, our coaching is exactly where you want to be. We do this whole process with you where we identify the things that are preventing the money from coming in, the thing that's preventing the love from coming in. Any desire you want, we will work with you because it works the same for every single desire. We got to shift this familiarity zone. We got to shift the self-concept, the concept of others. It's a multifaceted pillar system that I teach that is what allows people to see such supersonic results, pardon me. And so for those of you that are ready to go on that ride and really be about your business, we work with individuals that are ready to let go of their old stuff. Please don't come to us if you're not ready to let go of your old stuff. We can't help you, and I'm looking you in the eye and telling you that right now. Absolutely. We cannot work with people who are arguing for their limitations and stuck in the past and justifying things. We need to work with people who are like, I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired. Yes. I'm tired of being talented and underpaid. That era ends in 2025. I'm going to prioritize dissolving that now. So while other people are writing down on their New Year's resolution list to earn more, I'm going to prioritize it now so that I'm starting the year off right. We need individuals that are ready to put in the work. Our coaching is very in-depth, it's very trauma-informed, and we're gonna trace things back exactly where they come from and help you dissolve it at the root so you're not in a situation where you have to, for the rest of your life, continue to parrot things. That's not a quality of life, in my opinion. And so we want to change it to where this is your new baseline. This is your new minimum. Like, I see you up here and you got to come up here with me because I'm not lowering my point of view for you. You got to just rise up to meet us. And so if that sounds interesting, feel free to send me a DM, or you can email us at manifestwithpersis@gmail.com. Let me try to see. Do I have an ability to comment? I do. Okay, let me try to type it out so you can take a quick screenshot before we let you go. Is there any last minute questions about the membership, coaching, or any other thing before I let you guys go to have an amazing day? So just take a screenshot of that. You can email us or you can send me a private message DM. But the ability to contact us works the same. If you don't hear a reply back in a day, try to just double message because sometimes it goes to spam, and I'm not ignoring anyone. I just didn't get it. And so just to make sure that that's very clear. Once you find the root, what is your method for changing the belief? I have my own copyrighted method, which is called neural identity reprogramming. So I utilize this to be able to help people literally reprogram their identity so their results can match the desires that they have, not the current reality. Your current reality is a byproduct of your current identity. We want to reprogram the identity so the identity can match your desired reality. And that is what we do inside of the coaching. Can you repeat what is the deal we're messaging for? So the rates in my bio, if you click, you'll see private coaching in my bio. So it's the link in my bio. You'll see private coaching calls and unlimited coaching, as well as my membership. Those are the normal rates. Those are the normal rates. So things start from $111 for my membership. They go up to $4,000 for unlimited private coaching and everywhere in between. So you're gonna DM me for the private discounted rates for those things, for the membership, for the private coaching with me, mom, the whole 9 yards. And so because I haven't made the Black Friday sale public, It's something you have to reach out for to get the private discounted rates. You can go to the link in my bio and see the different offerings. Those are full price. If you want to pay discounted price, you come into my DMs and understand that that's happening for today and for tomorrow. We do one sale a year. We don't do New Year's. We don't do, Christmas, summer, Easter. We don't do discounts. And that's because we're charging a fraction of what our clients are receiving in return. And so the line is the line. You can come up and elevate yourself up into it. The price is going to be perfect for the person that values it. And that's, how our coaching works, especially because the results are quite astounding. So, oopsies. TikTok is kicking me off because I've been on here for way too long. And so I hope you guys have an amazing rest of your day. You can follow me on my Instagram and my YouTube. I think that would be the best places. And if you have any questions, my DMs are always open. Have an amazing